For every 36 black adults in America you meet, it's a good chance that at least two of them have a net worth of $1 million, according to 2025 data. In light of DEI, do you think there will be forces that try to reverse that stat?
I coming off of this weekend, I want to focus on community giving back and giving blueprints and not worry or giving to the fear. We all know about the DEI forces. This is a great question. We all know that there may be some people who may not be liking this movement, but I think it's most important, especially after this past weekend, just focus on giving more blueprints, giving more to the community so we can take this number from 2 out of 36 to 15 to 16 out of 36. I want to
Mhm.
start to look at economies of scale for our community. And I think we should make this a requirement, not only to have family, churches, schools watch the show, but to also make sure that they're getting into investments at scale, options when it's right at scale, futures at scale, building business at scale. Are there some forces that may not be happy with this movement? For sure. But
Mhm.
we have to take care of us. And that's the message I want to give tonight. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think about the question? And more importantly, what's the solution?
It would use that question used to weigh on me a lot. And I think everybody has this feeling, right? When you're trading and you're making money, or you're investing and you're making money in the market, and you start to make money that you haven't seen before,
Hmm.
and that money starts to multiply. It's, you ask yourself this question: is it real?
Hmm.
Right? Like I
Absolutely.
talk to
Yep.
a lot of people who are beginners, and they say the same thing. Is it real? It doesn't feel real at first.
Hmm.
And it almost feels, how are they going to figure out how to take this away? And then when you peel back the layers of it, you realize that this is how they've been making money all along
Generations.
for generations. And so,
Yep.
in order, would they cut their nose to spite their face? And it's like, I don't think so, right? Like, this is a system that has been built on capitalism. And the fact that this generation, this moment, that's why I said this moment in time is so historic. We have access to resources, right? We have access to information, and we're executing on it. I think it can't happen, because if they're going to make money, we're going to make money. The fact that we're doing it together, the fact that we're learning from each other, makes it such a revolution. That's why we called it the financial revolution,
Mhm.
because it is that. And we're doing such a great job here. But the next thing is, like, let's make this a global mission, right? Let's make have 100,000 people pull up to an event about financial education. Like, that's where
Yeah.
we're headed with this thing. So yeah, man, as long as people are making money, we're going to be part of it.
Rashad, your thoughts?
First, there was somebody in the comments that said that they purchased the live stream and didn't get access. I'm not sure what happened, but you can send me a DM to my personal Rashad Bilal. Have your full name and email. Will verify that you actually did purchase a live stream, and I'll make sure that you get the recording. That's the first thing. The second thing is, of course, there's always going to be anytime there's progress for our people, for specifically in America, there's always been forces to try to reverse that progress. That's a historic trend. Whether it was Reconstruction,
Hmm.
we made progress, then the Freeman Bank happens, right? Then redlining happens, then the crack epidemic happens, then mass incarceration happens, then quid pro quo happens, then um, they assassinate Martin Luther King, they assassinate um Malcolm X,
Yeah.
and
Stop and frisk. And yeah.
Mega Evers,
Hmm.
and all these different things, and food deserts pop up, and
Mandatory minimums.
um medical disparities that start to happen. Syphilis is given to black people. Okay, the list goes on. So yes, Black Wall Street happens. Of course, they're gonna try to suppress any type of progress.
Hmm.
And a lot of times that level of opposition does not have a white is not a white person. See, the enemy is not a color thing in 2025. It's an identity. what you identify as. So you could identify as something that you're not and have that same level of hatred. You could be a black Klansman,
You are cooking.
to be honest with you.
Mhm.
So keep your head up and your eyes open, because there's definitely going to be open opposition to people interested in finance, to people investing into the stock market, to people buying real estate, to people starting businesses. There's going to be open opposition. And there's going to be open opposition as far as legally, legislation,
Mm.
internet, slander, dysfunction, and it's going to come in all shapes and sizes and all colors.
But as a community, we got to stay focused. And to give John Bryan credit, kudos to the brother.
Mhm.
America needs us at scale to invest in these companies.
Right.
And Target didn't think so. And then somebody got reshuffled and moved to that chairman seat.
Yeah.
So
That's the case study, right? That's the case
that's
study.
a live case study. Like,
Right.
for the first time in American history, the market needs us. And I talked about it yesterday, but 10 companies have been driving all of the gains the last 22 years. They need us to even prop up some of the companies that are being publicly traded. So stay invested, hold for the long term, build your business, build community, pass it on, because we're needed now more than ever.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this time so unique. Again, right? Everything that you laid out from a historical standpoint, if you look at that time in history and where we were in terms of investing inside of the U.S. economy, the stock market,
Yep.
the numbers don't look like they do today, right? Which tells you that something has changed. And that's the information about how to invest changing. People that look like us doing it, people actually making money from it. And now it's like, wait, no, we don't kick down the door.
Yeah.
It's like that interlude. When we were doing it and we were quiet, no one cared.
Yeah.
As soon as we started to make noise, that's when you're going to meet some hesitation.
Yeah.
And even when we started investing, right, you had to be certain times accredited investor even to open an account until that barrier gets thrown down, right? And so we just got to stay focused, like you said. Stay low, keep firing, keep kicking down the door,
Focus
keep
on the work.
investing, keep spreading the message, and spread love.